Part 1. Top 10 must-know complexities of communications to effectively communicate to win unfairly in life. Are you a winner? Why do some folks seem to win in life always and are better at everything they do? Does it seem unfair to you? I use the terms unfairly on purpose. These folks that win consistently have the tools and resources to win, hence my use of the term unfairly. Before I begin, please note that this is a continuation of my previous blogs and videos, within 100 traits, skills, attributes, and aspects on how to win unfairly in life. You can find many other collections of gems to help you win unfairly in life by clicking on my website at johnlincoln.1 or on my johnlincoln.1 video channel. Given the criticality and importance of the next skill to win unfairly in life, I'll be sharing with you my ideas and thoughts on these in 2 separate blogs and videos. In the first part of this blog and video, I will share with you a very important skill that is a must to master to succeed and win unfairly in life. This important skill that I am referring to is effective communications. Most people assume that they know what effective communications really mean. The multiple and varying complexities of us as humans means that there is more to effective communications than that meets the eye. To master effective communication skills to win unfairly in life, we must first understand the intricacies and complexities of communications. Due to these extreme complexities, intricacies, and varying permutations, it would normally take an average person a lifetime to understand what effective communications to win unfairly in life means. Whether you are an individual, a small business, or a large corporate employee, this short blog and video will first guide you through and enable you to understand the intricacies and complexities of communications to win unfairly in life. By now, you might be wondering, who am I? First, a few words about myself. My name is John Lincoln, and I am the author of a book called Connect the Dots, a playbook to help you connect to your customers and profits. If you are interested, you can buy the book online at Amazon. Here is a link to buy my book, Connect the Dots. I have hired and led commercial teams of over 1,000 plus people just like you, and have applied understanding these complexities and intricacies in human communications to succeed and beat my competition in many countries. I have also applied these knowledge and skills in dealing with employees, customers, suppliers, vendors, competitors, partners, and even my personal relationships. Along the way, I was blessed to live, work and run, or contributed significantly to run billion-dollar businesses with major brands in the USA, Japan, UK, India, Malaysia, UAE, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Thailand. You can find out more about me at my website, johnlincoln.1/about-me, or on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/John Lincoln. So we are back on the important topic of understanding the intricacies and complexities of human communications. You must have a complete understanding of these complexities and intricacies to acquire effective communication skills to navigate and win unfairly and succeed in life. So what are these complexities and intricacies in communications that we need to know and understand to win unfairly? As we become more successful and engage with varying hierarchies or levels and cultures, we will often bang our head against the wall, trying to fathom as to why some folks just don't get us. Do you know that most people just react by not engaging further, and in all probability, leaving money on the table? The real winners have the unfair tools to understand the complexities and behaviors to enable one to respond and communicate appropriately. I know that understanding these broad complexities and intricacies in communications outlined in this video should hold you in good stead in most situations and will give you the upper hand to win unfairly in life. However, be aware that there are many nuances and cultural aspects of communications that just cannot be fully covered here. So here we go. Here again are the top 10 intricacies and complexities in communications that you should know. Again, knowing these skills and observations can be applied in your personal, professional, and/or business situations. 1. Understanding of verbal communications when you want to say something to someone. What we want to say normally differs from what we actually said. What we actually said almost always differs from what we thought we said. 2. Our understanding of what the other person heard. What we wanted the other person to hear or understand often differs from what the other person actually heard. This confusion is often further exacerbated by both walking away pleased, thinking that the speaker spoke what he intended, and the other person heard, or conversely the one spoken to thought he heard what he wanted the speaker to say. 3. The storytelling type of communications. We need to recognize the distinct difference between regular verbal communications and the storytelling type of communications. When someone communicates in a storytelling way, be aware that the storytelling communications might be a crucial way to help the party to construct common meanings. The frequency, tone, and strength of these storytelling communications are implicitly intended to convey strong commitments. For example, if the quality of the storytelling is too good, you might end up securing, or alternatively, investing more funding than you originally intended. Recognizing when it's a storytelling communications and knowing that it's intended to gain and construct common meanings is critically important for you to win. 4. Crucial or critical communications mode. Another important type of communications that we need to recognize is when we are in a critical or crucial communications mode. This is important, as these sort of communications are lengthy and often planned in advance. In critical communications, the opinions vary, the stakes are high, and the emotions even much higher. Remember that when the stakes are high, folks tend to get rigid and inflexible. Other than the obvious part of requiring one to be flexible, another important tool to apply when you are in a crucial communications mode is the choice of words that we use so as not to aggravate or elicit intended reactions. 5. We all know that written communications are a part of our lives now. Note that if you are not well versed in the art of writing, ensure that your writings are checked and edited by someone who is better skilled at this than you. The way a person writes often unintentionally offers many important clues or many aspects of that person. In other words, if you cannot write truthfully or write well, don't write it. Get someone qualified to write it. 6. Nonverbal communication cues. In any communications, what is more important is what we did not say. Research has shown that 55% of our communications effectiveness comes from nonverbal communication cues like eye contact, facial expressions, tone, intonation, body language, pace, and volume of our speech. We can send silent messages without saying a word. A change in our facial expression not only indicates a change in our emotional state, but in fact can involuntarily change our emotional state itself. So the next time when we walk into an important meeting, remember to walk confidently and with a smile. Forcing a smile or feigning confidence by itself often increases our confidence and reduces our overall stress levels. 7. The number of communications links. We have to be particularly aware that if the number of separate links of our communications are large, if it is large, then there is a very high risk that the intended message will almost certainly get exaggerated or diluted. For example, if you say that John has a brown dog, it will get exaggerated and the meaning totally changed to John is a dirty black dog by the time this message reaches the 30th link in the communications. I think you get my gist here. 8. Provenance nuances. We often use the term cultural nuances to lump together what we actually mean to say is the difference between us due to our provenance or the geography of where we are from. Many folks assume that the manner, tone, words used in the same language, body language, intonation, and facial expressions are the same for every culture. These nuances are so varied and disparate that it itself will require a chapter by itself. I know this so well from my personal experience in living and working in many different countries. These cultural nuances are so exaggerated and disparate that it would mean differently in different cultures when folks are cajoling, coaxing, nudging, reprimanding, showing appreciation or displeasure, excitement, happiness, anger or sadness, many other emotional or important situations. 9. Points of reference. When we communicate with folks, we should always remember that we all have different points of reference and anchoring due to our upbringing, educational or professional background, religious or political affiliations, functional expertise, economic situation, ethnic heritage, or any other circumstance in life. For example, We should not assume that discussing the origins of the universe or how to bake a cake will excite everyone equally. 10. We need to recognize that communicating to women is so different. Women make up roughly half the population. Most men realize that women have a much more superior and keener sense of all senses than men. For example, sound volumes considered normal for men are often perceived as too loud by women. The visual and sensual cues in terms of loudness of tunes, colors, cleanliness, and others are keener or exaggerated for women. This will require a more detailed discussion. I've written a separate chapter titled Respectful Marketing Strategies and Tactics Targeted at Women in my book, Connect the Dots. As you can see from what you've heard so far, the permutations, intricacies, and complexities are so varied and mind-boggling. Knowing and navigating through those complexities are crucial for you to succeed and win unfairly in life. However, here's a word of caution. Before you apply this knowledge, it is always important to take into account context, culture, language, ethnicity, communication style, and personality differences. This video is intended to guide us through to understand the complexities and intricacies of communications. By knowing these, we can now move on to learn to communicate effectively to win unfairly and out of life. So as the saying goes, that when people talk, listen completely, and to note that the most important thing in communications is what is not being said. Remember the old saying, wise men speak when they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Don't be defeated. Be a winner always. Go out and confidently win in any situation in life. Knowing these skills and tools will certainly give you a head start and put you into an unfair advantage. If you like what you saw, or think your team, customers, employees, friends, family, or others could benefit from this, please forward this link, hit like, and subscribe below.